Hey, alive, ho. Oh, I should put a little update. Banners. Update. AIDzee won't be joining us. Okay. Scroll across bottom as a ticker. There. There's a little update. Hello, Miguelich and Luke. You get the fun. I'm going to make a video like I have been. Look how light it is outside, and it's really cloudy, actually. If it wasn't cloudy, it would be much lighter. Get the fun. I'm going to make a cosmopolitan, but using tequila instead of vodka, because vodka is bullshit. So I'll turn this around. It's a bit messy. I'm cooking sausages and mashed potato. Yeah, I'll go around here. Okay. Actually, as a reminder, I will just have my Trello open here. Just as a reminder that I should just remember to chill this glass for a little bit. Okay, chill that. And no, the reason AIDzee's not joining us is because he's very unwell. Like, infection on his foot's going to explode. Fun visual, isn't it? Oh, I don't have the lime juice. Got to get the lime juice out of the fridge. And which one's? I remember which one's lime juice. I know which one's lime juice, right? Oh, fuck me. Sorry, just bashed some bottles in the fridge. Absent-mindedly. Okay. Right, triple sec. Okay, and my jigger. All right, let's get everything ready, steady, go. I'm almost out of my Reposado tequila. Need to get some more. Any old excuse me? Yes, I don't drink tequila very much. Triple sec ready. Okie dokie. Oh, I need the bright light. Let's bring over the ring light and switch it on. There we go. Bright light, bright light. Small glasses. Now, let us go then, you and I. Bring this down to about there. Let's zoom it in. Trying to get that in the middle. Okay. That will do. That's ready. High speed rec on. So, Figo. Tequila. liqueur. A cranberry juice. Cosmopolitan really is a shit tier drink. And finally, a little bit of lime juice. And that's the ingredients. Alright, so now I'll set up, do a talky bit. Oh wait. No, I forgot one thing that I like to do. We'll just get a sexy shot of pouring it into the glass. Get the glass out. Put the glass where the shaker was. Put the ice in the shaker. And we essentially do the hokey pokey and shake it all about. So yeah, word of warning, if you're wearing headphones, this can be quite loud. Okay, Cosmopolitan. Right. And we're going to do high speed mode again. Put that there. And we'll do a sec. Oh shit, what did I do there? We'll do a sexy slow-mo shot of pouring the drink into the glass. Alright. Dunzo. Now turn it back around. Holy shit, I think I didn't shoot that again. Does anyone remember me doing that the other night? Fucking did it again. How do I keep doing that? Okay, this time I'm actually going to recover and reshoot it. And there. Rinse the glass out so it doesn't look red. It's super annoying. Right. Take two. I think some very loud cicadas outside. And birds. I'm going to have to close that door. I've got it open for airflow. I'm going to have to close it because of noise. There's a super fucking noisy bird out there. It's springtime that wants to have sex or something. Oh god, the cicadas just went into overdrive. Okay, now bringing stuff back to this side. Back to your regular viewing side. Hi, Strictly Sega. Strictly Sega, I may still do the booze and music facts one. Tunes and booze. That might happen. You never know. Okay, so this goes over here. Set my camera up. Turn this around so y'all can see me in all my glory. Okay. Now let me make myself a bit of space here. Get the drink carts out. Might as well close this door now. Oh yeah, that actually shuts out a lot of the cicada noise. Honestly. Right, so my Cosmopolitan. That's why it's like that, because I haven't brought this board out. Okay. Give me a bit more background to work with. And is that the right angle? That's actually the right angle. Okay. Okay, this is ready. Go and insult vodka lovers again. The Cosmopolitan is one of those cocktails where I have difficulty understanding its popularity. It's honestly pretty ordinary, vodka and fruit juices, essentially. That's such a tepid type of cocktail. As I've said many times, you can improve any vodka cocktail by replacing the vodka with almost any other spirit, and a Cosmopolitan is no exception. I did the experimentation, and you might be surprised to learn tequila goes really well. So here's how we do that. We start off with 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of tequila. I use Reposado rather than Blanco. Then we add 1/2 ounce of an orange liqueur, that's 15 mils in your shaker. Then we add 1 ounce or 30 mils of, I forgot which juice, cranberry. Editing, yay. Then we add 1 ounce or 30 mils of cranberry juice. The final touch, we'll do just about 1/4 ounce. That's just over a bar spoon of lime juice into our shaker. Then we add ice to the shaker, give that a good solid shake for 10 or 15 minutes, strain that into a nice glass. And there's your Cosmo variant that actually has character and taste. And there's your Cosmo variant that actually has some taste and character. Let's call it a Cosmopolita. The tequila really stops the cranberry from dominating as much and makes it a much more interesting drink. Really recommend trying it. All right, that's that. Hey, Liam in Sydney. Hello from my kitchen, which is in Melbourne, as is the rest of my house and me. All right, I'm going to sit down. Okay, that's why that tastes funny, because I actually used cherry juice, not cranberry juice, because I didn't have any cranberry juice. Now you can hear the cicadas, I imagine. They're really going for it out there. Oh, okay, let's get this happening. Okay. Whew. So, yes. Yes, that's a little inside secret there. People who make videos on YouTube are regularly not telling you the truth. Some of the lies are more egregious than others. When I made this, I said I made it with cranberry juice, but I didn't have any cranberry juice, so I made it with cherry juice. I think it would have been better with cranberry juice. I think it'd be better without either. Just actually, it'd be a much better drink. The cranberry juice is a fucking gimmick. It would be much better with just the spirit, the triple sec as a sweetener, and some lime juice. The cranberry juice is a gimmick. Does not make for a great drink, in my opinion. And cherry juice is putting me off a bit. Not putting me off enough that I'm not going to drink it. I'm not wasting my tequila. I'm going to make another agave spirit drink later. Going to make Naked and Famous, which has mezcal in it. Okay, so we move Cosmopolitan to the doing list. I'm managing my video creation because I've got a bit of production line happening this month, trying to upload a video to my cocktail channel every day this month. They are mostly shorts, and to manage what's a fairly involved process, I'm actually using a simple project management tool called Trello. Strictly saying, I'm with you. Also, not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. And I am actually going into the office tomorrow. Although, sorry, I left my phone over here. And it just reminds me to leave a message for someone. Okay. So if you excuse me, I'll sit down. Yes, how was everyone's weekend? Mine was fine. I went out last night with Mrs. Angry, had nice dinner and drinks. It was yummy. I need to just send a message before I forget. Sorry, just literally as I'm sending a Discord message, Megaleech was posting memes. Lemonhead 86, hello. Long time to see you. And hellion hello to you, Kirsten. You cleaned all the trapped lint out of your dryer and you can use it again. That is noble work. So my equivalent this weekend is several loads of laundry and several loads of dishwasher. Just that endless production line of getting stuff done. You made an amazing dinner. Well, that's nice. I made sausages with mushroom and onion and mashed potato. I wasn't going to make mashed potato. I just said, I'm cooking some sausages. Do you want anything with it? And young Ms. Angry said, oh, if there's no mashed potato, I might just have it on bread. And I went, oh, I'll make mashed potato. So I made mashed potato. And then Mrs. Angry's suggestion was, well, why not cook up some onion and mushroom to go with it? Which I thought, excellent idea. And so it ended up being a bit more involved than my original intention. It's good to make a good dinner, or at least a dinner you enjoy, even if, simple. If things are being tough and it seems like too big a deal and you just microwave something, that's a thing you've done. Holy shit. That sounds like a bit of a drama, Kirsten. 2.5 takeaway containers worth of lint. Wowzers. Don't actually have a clothes dryer. Swap between hanging on the line in summer and hanging on drying racks over heating vents in winter. Then you get that awkward period, which we are still kind of in, where it's not cold enough to warrant having the heater on, but there's not necessarily enough sunlight to dry the clothes outside. So if you hang the clothes on the drying rack without the heater being on, it takes ages. Takes ages for them to dry. which is a bit annoying. Kirsten, it was a pretty yummy dinner. Just really simple supermarket sausages, mushroom, onion, mash. I put lots of butter in my mash. I don't know how everyone else makes mashed potato. I boil up the potato, mash it, put quite a lot of butter in it while I'm mashing it, and then usually season it very simply. Actually, if I had my way, I'd season it a bit more complexly, but I don't want to put off any of the recipients. So it's just like salt and pepper seasoning. And then I put a little bit of milk in just to make it creamy and fluffy. I was actually thinking that, Kirsten. That amount of lint seems like a fire risk. I am also glad you didn't start a fire. That would be important. Holy shit. I'm assuming the microphone is picking up just how fucking loud the cicadas in the backyard are. It's just got a bit stuffy in the house after a warmish but not hot day, and we didn't turn the aircon on. The aircon will probably go on in the next couple of days. Here we go. Exciting live stream stuff. Talking about the weather. Saying it's still 20 outside. That feels about right, yes. 25 tomorrow, then 27, 29, 27, and then some rain starting and the temperature dropping a little. Oh, a bit more rain at the end of the week. And the weekend, although it's so volatile, that could easily change. Oh, wow. But they are saying there is somewhat of a chance of a decent amount of rain on the weekend. We shall see, I guess. Strictly Sega doing leftovers. Leftover roasts, braised at bog old beef melted. Oh, holy shit, that sounds fucking awesome, quite honestly. Man, leftovers turned into something cool like that. I'm here for it. That sounds fine. My God, cicadas do my head in. There was a meme about cicadas I loved. It's like, could you imagine in earlier times when people hadn't really bothered to study what the fuck was making the noise in the trees and hadn't identified, because you don't think, because it's so loud. And I mean, okay, cicadas are reasonably large bugs, but it is honestly mildly implausible a bug can make as much noise as the cicadas make. And there was a meme about that. Like, could you imagine in the times before we knew what cicadas were, it gets to that time of the year and people just go, whoop, the trees are screaming again. They'll do that this time of year. I mean, I guess people might have guessed it was a bug because the noise is extremely similar to a cricket, just orders of magnitude louder. And yeah, it's a weird old thing. I'm trying to think. Going to make a naked and famous cocktail in a bit. Basically, when I finish my Cosmopolitan. What's that usually served in? And famous cocktail. Looking for pictures. What do people normally serve it in? Okay. Spoiler alert. Okay. So I typed naked and famous cocktails in the all search results. In the all search results, cocktail details came up, and I clicked on images because I wanted images of the cocktail. Guess what images actually came up on Naked and Famous? Oh, good. And the word cocktail is in the fucking search terms. Okay, yep, that's of little value to me in my cocktail search. Lemonheads, no, they are not dying. That is just the noise they make. It's just when they're active. I don't know if it's a mating thing or what, but it's just the time of year when they're active, and they just make an ear-splitting noise. Like if you get close to a tree that has a lot of cicadas in it, it's actually painful. The volume of the noise causes physical pain. Anyway, Naked and Famous cocktail. Okay, so Difford say a coupe. Yeah, punch. It's just a coupe. Okay, I'm going to reuse my coupe. Oh, except the dorks on advanced mixology put it in a tumbler with ice. Okay, instantly cross that site off my list. You are not to be consulted. All right. Yes, they were a bit quicker mainstream. Liam, I actually tonight I started watching Hellraiser. Like there's a new version of Hellraiser. It just couldn't keep my attention. I guess I watched about, I don't know, 2/3 of it, and I was just like, I'm just not motivated to keep watching it. And then I watched The Northman, which it's okay. Didn't really do it for me. Didn't hate it. Didn't hate The Northman. Didn't really do it for me though. So, yes, there's my two very tepid movie reviews. Hellraiser couldn't hold my attention and make me think it was worth sitting through the whole thing. Did like the design of their Cenobites. And The Northman. It's got a didn't hate it. Didn't love it. Watched it, which is no small undertaking. It's a long movie. I think it's like 2.5 hours long. And I did watch the whole thing. That's my rather tepid film reviews. Oh, I've heard most people like the Weird Al movie. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that at some point, because most people seem to like it, and I like Weird Al, and it looks like they've done fun and silly things with that movie. My God, those cicadas are something else, honestly. All right, I'm going to get a couple of things ready while we're talking here. I'm going to throw that in my recycling bin. Rinse this glass. Rinse it and re-chill it. Right. You guys are going to be moving anyway, so get out away. There we go. There's that. Okay, so tequila go back. Where's my mezcal? Because that's what I want, my mezcal. There it is. What the hell is that? Oh, that's my clarified Vegemite vodka. Okay, cool. I love the name of this mezcal, Peladon de la Muerte, Death Squad. Okay, so done with that. Juice can go back in the Frigidaire. I think it's lemon juice. Double check Naked and Famous. Lime juice. Oh, it is actually lime juice. Okay. So lime juice can stay out. Cool. Just put this back. Yellow chartreuse. I need to get here my Oka Gold. All right. So we've got the red aperitivo. Okay, I do need to duck into the next room. I'll screen back for a second. So I'll put the triple sec back and get my aperitivo out. Okay, got my aperitivo. Okay. All right, so that's all ready. Okay. Yes, it is true that some people just call Queen Kirsten Your Highness. Yes, I kind of agree. The bottle looks post-nuclear. Yeah, strictly speaking, the funny thing about because it is a parody of a biopic. Okay, so friend clearly didn't see the trailer. Like when I first saw that there was going to be one, and the first bit I saw was like, oh, Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al. Good. Like, why is he so jacked? But then they put out a full trailer, and it became extremely obvious it was a parody, which is, of course, only fitting for Weird Al, what he's famous for, doing parodies. Yeah, Safa, it won't work tonight. Say AIDzee is too unwell. He might send me a message with talking points, which, they'll probably all just be hate crimes. So he may just send us a text communication that I may or may not read out. I'll vet it first because honestly, don't trust him. All right, so after watching Doctor Who Series 13, and so the Blink episode is one of the great modern Doctor Who episodes, and the Doctor is hardly in it. Very good. And I have liked subsequent appearances of the Weeping Angels. None of them really match up to that first one, but they are good, scary monsters, the Weeping Angels. Well, yes, of course it expired from iView because there's licensing things, and now I'm not sure about the old stuff, but of course the licensing for the new stuff is going to switch to Disney Plus outside of the UK. Safa, I don't even remember what order the specials this year came out. They were okay. I didn't mind them. I'm not as down on the recent ones as some people are. Safa, it's real fucking loud cicadas in the backyard. Oh, that's an interesting one, Strict. So you never heard of it. An Aussie film, 20th Century Oz, retelling of The Wizard of Oz that came out in the 70s. Okay, certainly some super fucking weird films were made in Australia in the 70s. And of course Bruce Spence was in it. He's a surfer who's like the Scarecrow. Mechanic was a Tin Man. Bikie named Killer was the Lion. Some truly strange movies came out in Australia in the 70s. No two ways about it. So far, I'm nowhere near a river. The cicadas like the trees, and they really go. I actually have, because it's got a bit warm and it's a bit still inside, but there's a breeze outside. So I've actually got the door open, just the screen there, which is why the cicadas are so loud. I am going to shoot another video in a bit when I will close that door, and you'll see what good sound insulation that is. You can barely hear the cicadas. Yeah, I'm putting up with the cicada noise to get some fresh air in at the moment. So, I am now going to make a naked and famous. Oh, equal parts, which is easy. Mezcal, red aperitivo. Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to do. We get two-thirds punch, maybe. Okay, what punch say to put in it? Aperol. Ugh. Sorry, my hair's really. I washed it this morning, so it's all very floofy. Getting out of the way. So I was at 15 years since 2007. I know, it's wild. All right, so Strictly Say, we're talking about this weird Aussie film again. Wicked Witch was a truckie. Wants to get Dorothy saved by the good fairy who works in a clothing shop. That actually does sound pretty funny. Super, very 70s Australia. There's a doco called Not Quite Hollywood, which focuses on the 70s Australian film industry, what were sometimes called Ozploitation films. It's a real wacky documentary. You get to see some real wacky shit was being made in Australia in the 70s. Mick Jagger as Ned Kelly, the Alvin Purple movies, which were very strange. Barry McKenzie, just a bunch of things. Oh, Safi almost had to evacuate because of a 45 millimeter in 30-minute thunderstorm. God damn. Hey, the cicadas stopped. God, it took me a while to notice. I just suddenly realized it was quiet. Just like the cicadas are giving it a rest now. Okay. I just got a vague tickle in my throat, and I instantly go, wait, have I got COVID? We're back at that thing. Oh, God, now it's really going to bug me, and I'm going to be super fucking self-conscious about it. Oh, we'll see if I feel sick in the morning. I won't go into the office if I feel sick in the morning. Oh, that's a fun one, Strictly Sega. JB have some out there Aussie Blu-rays. Nice. Oh, yeah, Safa, frogs, particularly this time of year, if you're near a lagoon, yeah. I have to admit, I like frogs. I'm sure it'd get to you a bit if you had it constantly, but I like frogs. I was saying the frogs are especially loud in winter. See, there you go. That's a thing I didn't know because I don't live near frogs. I raised frogs. Well, it was fun. I love catching tadpoles and raising them and just seeing them turn into frogs and then setting them loose. I haven't done that for a while, but I like it. All right. You know what? We're going to get naked and famous now. This is a bit of a challenging drink because it's got a reasonable whack of mezcal in it. And mezcal it's got sort of a barbecue smokiness to it because they actually, the agave plant that forms the basis of mezcal is also the basis of tequila, but they have a different preparation thing for mezcal, and it's baked for longer. So the base plant is really smoky when they extract the liquid from it, and so mezcal is basically quite smoky tequila. I think because there are rules about how mezcal and tequila are made. I think it goes. Tequila is a mezcal, but it's done a slightly different way. It's one of those things. Are they all tequila? And it always confuses me. But I think the overarching thing is mezcal, and if it's done in a particular way, it's tequila. So yeah, I think that's how it works. It's actually doing my head in thinking about it at the moment. Ooh, Safa, did you have a good dinner? Okay, yep, those are some classics. Strictly Sega, Man from Hong Kong, Thirst, Snapshot, Mad Dog Morgan. Oh God, what's his name? I love that guy and I've forgotten him. The American Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper as the Australian bushranger, Mad Dog Morgan. Turkey Shoot. Holy shit, Turkey Shoot was a fucking funny one, quite honestly. So yes, Kirsten, I did get it right. Tequila is mezcal, but not all mezcal is tequila. So tequila is a subset of mezcal. All right. Oh no, so Safia, tie with brother and wife. Nice. Liam, oh my God, dude, we used to have a running joke about Wolf Creek on live streams. I had a big shelf of DVDs behind me in the old house, and I'd pick like half a dozen at random, and then I'd give really vague hints about the movie and see who could guess what it was first. And because I did Wolf Creek once, and then it just became like a running joke. Whenever I said what movies this, people would always say Wolf Creek. And yeah, strictly saying, Wolf Creek is fucking dark. It's not particularly gory or bloody, and it doesn't really have like jump scares in it. It's just fucking dark. And you can see the real cases that happened in Australia that inspired it. It's not based on anything, but you can see the real events that inspired it. Very, very unsettling movie. The sequel's not terrible. Doesn't really hold a candle to the first one. But yeah. All right. So I'm going to start getting stuff ready. So I'm going to turn my camera around again. So you see the much messier end of my kitchen again as I set this up. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's turn this around so you can see me while I do it. All right. Let's drain that off. Is it worth trying to save any? You know what? I'm actually going to reuse that ice. Forget. The cocktail police can't get me. Okay, so glass, and we will rinse. Right. Where's my phone again? Here. Why do I do weird things with my phone? Half the time I don't know why I do things. Right. Trello. No, where are we? Naked and Famous. Got to go to mezcal, red, yellow, lime. Okay. And it's just a neat, actually, you know what? this little measuring cup has a better marker for 3/4, and this is equal parts 3/4 of everything. All right, we got to get the light and the camera over here. Gotta get my camera happening. I think we're going to bring it down a bit. Better angle. Because it's the all important angle of that angle. There. Actually, get the light. This is the last cocktail video I'm shooting tonight, so no more disruption after this. Well, yeah, I'm hoping it's actually at least vaguely interesting that this is how I do it. All right, that's lined up. Where's my mezcal? All right, 3/4 of an ounce. Okay. Okay, so recording, here we go. Mezcal. A little bit of a splash, hopefully look interesting on the video. My red aperitivo, which is not Aperol, but you know. Nice local substitute. I like local. Red. And I'm also not using yellow chartreuse, using another local substitute. Okay. Yellow chartreuse. And lime juice. And Shazam, y'all. Okay, so that's the ingredients. But there, I'm going to get a bit more ice. I'm going to shake this sucker up. Oh, and I'll get my glass while I'm here, actually. Okay. All right. Just check how that's lined up. That looks good. All right. So, quick warning to anyone wearing headphones. This might be a bit harsh. Two red cocktails, I just realized. Okay. Holy shit, I almost didn't record it again. God, I've got to remember that. Okay. Oh, outrageous the number of times I forget that. Okay, done. So now we move stuff back to this side of the kitchen. Put the light there. I'll turn the camera back around. Ooh, hope that didn't make anyone travel sick or anything like that. Poe Bird, you saved your ears. Thank you. I tried. I wanted to give people a warning. Okay, I'm going to shoot this here now. So, All right, I'm going to put my background back across here. All right, all right, all right. Now, I'll just check if that's the right angle. Not really. And a teeny bit, I think. How's that? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Get my drink, which I left over here. Get my audio recorder. Ever faithful Zoom. Okay. Here's me tempting fate. I'm not going to close the door. This is just for fun. So am I going to learn a lesson? Because the cicadas or birds aren't making any noises. Will I regret? Will they start up in the next minute? There are a lot of modern riffs of the classic last word cocktail, and a popular one that has a fun name is Naked and Famous. Who doesn't want to be naked and famous? Now, this is mezcal based, so that's what's going in our shaker first. In this equal parts cocktail, we'll put in 3/4 of an ounce, or around 22.5 mils of mezcal. To that, we're going to add the same amount, 3/4 of an ounce of Aperol, or another red aperitivo if you've got one you like. Then we add 3/4 of an ounce of yellow chartreuse. Finally, we add 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Then we'll add ice to our shaker, give that a good solid shake for 10 or 15 seconds, and strain that into a nice chilled glass. And there we have a Naked and Famous. Not going to be for everyone. It's smoky from the mezcal. It's got really distinct herbal elements, but it's a really interesting drink. And don't blame me if you have a couple and end up on the front cover of the newspaper, Naked and Famous. Yeah, it's a joke about being naked and famous. All right, I'm going to switch everything off. It's actually not for me, really. Oh, I'm going to turn that really bright light off too. And we're donezo. And I'm going to move this and switch that off too. So, but how lucky am I? My tempting fate, nothing went wrong. The cicadas didn't start up. It's very hard to not try and do a Naked and Famous joke when you're talking about a drink called Naked and Famous. So, Kirsten, you're doing a long stitch. Ooh, how's it going? Strictly Sega, obviously, because it's the equal parts with the lime juice, is quite citrusy. And I guess there are different sorts of mezcal as well, but it's very smoky. So, I mean, there's a reasonable balance between the smoky mezcal, pretty decently strong flavored spirit, and then the two herbal liqueurs, also add a bit of sugar as well, and then the lime juice. So you've got that balance running across it. But it's funny, yeah. It's you get so many riffs on this. Yeah, it's probably like a 7 out of 10 for me. I don't hate it. It's not a bad cocktail by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just not for me. And yeah, I'm only making it for a video. I won't make this one for myself. There are some other users for mezcal. Quite like getting that smokiness in. Lemonhead, thank you for, and you take care of yourself too. So yeah, actually, sorry. Even if it's strictly say because it's lime juice. Oh, and my internet's playing up. That seems to happen like once a stream. So I may be going pixely or cutting out at the moment. It usually comes back there's this weird thing where the internet goes fucked for 30 seconds. And now, according to my system, I'm back. So hopefully not too disruptive for you fine folk out there. It's redonkulous, I tell you. Yeah, on the citrus note as well, I was going to say, because it is lime juice, and the slightly different thing lime juice does compared to lemon juice, does that thing where it makes it feel like it's drying out your mouth. And that's the lingering taste in this one. Nice. Megaleech making your own Prawn Star Martini. See, you did your own flavored vodka. And I mean, like, I joke, I rag on vodka all the time, as I did earlier tonight for the Cosmopolitan. But what vodka's good for is a base for things, particularly for experimenting with infusions. Strictly Sega, what do you call a fire engine? For me, that's red cordial and lemonade. Ah, yes, sugaring the rim. You got to like that. I'm so lazy. I hardly ever do like that because there's a few drinks that benefit from a sugared rim or a salted rim. I'm like super lazy and almost never do it. Yeah. The place I went out to last night is I call anywhere within a couple of suburbs local. So this is local. It's not exactly a walk from my place. I did not walk to get there. But it's called Copycat. It's near Elstonwick Station, which makes it very easy to get to. The solid eights all around, the food and the drinks, solid eights. Their signature cocktails lean heavily towards the sour side. It's not just sours, but it's like 4 out of 8 drinks were sours. And they do them well. They do them really well. But I noticed this weird thing. Like they have a decent selection of spirits. And you can just get, a shot. I assume they put it in a glass, whatever. You just get a drink of the spirits. And they actually have a decent range. And but what was interesting in their Australian spirits, in the Australian whiskies, they had Starward Twofold, Starward Nova, and Hellier 12-year-old single malt. And they were all the same price, which is super weird because a bottle of Twofold tends to go for $70 to $80. Nova tends to go for $90 to $100. And the Hellier's is about $140. So the Hellier's is all but double the price of the Twofold, but they were charging the same for a drink of it. So I said, can you make me an old-fashioned with the Hellier's? And they said, yeah. And it was really nice. And they didn't charge extra because they were charging the same for all the whiskies. Dr. Abigail, I'm assuming that's a joke because of my banner. And you're no longer drunk. Suffer pina colada, which, interestingly, that translates as strained pineapple, apparently. They did not. Very few places have pina colada on their menu because I think it's regarded as pretty daggy. And I don't know how many bars would have the cream of coconut or coconut you need to make it. And trying to think, when was the last? I have had a pina colada when I was at Pina. You're supposed to say pina colada. Oh, sorry. Yes, Strictly Sagre. I missed that. The Pinot instead of Pina. Yes, it's Pina. Pina colada. Strained pineapple. I like to make it at home. I like to make my own cream of coconut. And then I use that sometimes for clarifying stuff, but also make pina coladas. Or, like a banana, make a banana daiquiri. Like, even like a blender one, like actual bananas. Make a daiquiri, add banana, and add cream of coconut and blend it. Fucking killer drink. Slightly daggy drink, but I'm slightly daggy. Safa, I'm making the 2 videos, so I'm not making any more videos tonight. But I might just drink this. It's just a little bit of my clarified Sazerac left. Sorry, if we're talking about how many standard drinks I've had, I suppose a Naked and Famous is 2 standard drinks, and a Cosmo less than 2 standard drinks, maybe around 2 standard drinks. Naked and Famous is a bit stronger. Just looking at planning the rest of my week, I'm going to do the White Lady, the Pluma. I'm literally just going off the Difford's Guide top 100 drinks. Man, I'm not working. Yeah, I'm going for the Difford's Guide top 100 drinks, and just arbitrarily going down the list and picking one. So I do intend to work on some longer ones. Now I've already got ones uploaded to Wednesday. I'd edit these ones tomorrow night because I'm going into the office. Might edit these 2 tomorrow night, so then everything will be lined up till Friday. And that'll give me a bit of time to write a script for a longer video, which I'm going to do. And the first one I'm going to do a homemade Campari equivalent. I'm going to try milk clarifying some of my bitters and see what it does. You can do whatever now. Just the breeze was really rattling that door, so I wedged it in place. Oh, yeah, no, Strictly Sago. Of course, count drinks. I think it's wise to do that. So, yeah, common for a cocktail to be 2 standard drinks, but there's variation. It can be between 1.5 and 3 standard drinks. A lot of variety in the cocktail world. What have to do? Actually, they did this chef's choice one, so you got multiple courses, and it was fancy schmancy. There was actually a raw salmon thing, which I couldn't bring myself to do, but Mrs. Angry ate my portion and said it was very yummy. And there were croquettes and nice dips and salad, and this twice cooked chicken for the main, and some chips, and then a nice dessert. It was really, really pretty good. And yes, and we had several cocktails, including they made a dirty martini, their signature martini, the dirty martini, which is very good. I'm not usually a dirty martini guy. I normally go just with a dry martini without putting brine in it. But that was their signature, so I went with that. And it was yummy. It was definitely dirty, like it was quite savory, but it wasn't overpoweringly salty. It was still actually quite light. So I liked it. Strictly say you worked at Rod Laver and Etihad. Yeah. more picky about training, counting everyone's drinks than how to make fancy cocktails. Well, they're probably, yes, guarding themselves. The whole thing about controlling how many drinks they serve, etc., which is very sensible. So far, I did get dirty last night. No two ways about it. Down and dirty. And there were 2 big-ass olives in my cocktail, in my martini, which I gave to Mrs. Angry because I don't really like olives, and she does, so... We've already talked about dinner tonight. Kirsten and I were whipping up dishes, and in fact, Strictly Sega whipped up a really yummy dinner tonight as well, from what you're saying. I made bangers and mash. Sausage, mashed potato, with some onion and mushroom as well, because I was feeling creative. Actually, no, it was just things that were requested. The mashed potato was requested by Young Miss Angry, and the mushroom and onion was suggested by Mrs. Angry. And we all enjoyed it. Nice, simple fare, but quite yummy. All right. Well, it is. I'm going to have the fan on in the bedroom. Mrs. Angry's closed the door. Okay, fair enough. I liked the breeze that was coming through. Oh, chicken pizza. Well, that's a good option, Safa. Safa, yes, it's a miracle. I do the bare minimum. Okay. Now I get a glass. I'm going to move these things so I can get the fridge and freezer. Let's do this. And this. This goes with this, Suzanne. Cool. Big rocks glass, which requires a big rock as well. My Dwayne Johnson ice, the rock. All right. Cocktail skewer, because I'm a fancy motherfucker. And I'm gonna have a cocktail. Gonna have a cocktail. Oh yeah, Streaker say, well, I will often I'll like be playing a podcast or an audio book while I do stuff in the kitchen. Right. Last little bit of my clarified Sazerac. But because I'm fancy, I'm going to give myself a garnish. And also, I'm doing something for Mrs. Angry with this because she puts this in a hot chocolate in the morning. Give her something a little extra for her hot chocolate. Put that in the drink. And where's my cherries? Just opened a new jar of cherries. All right. Stab. Stabbity stab. Stab at a cherry. Gotta get up. Gotta get up. Oh, grab the world by the root and shout. Ah, Strikasegi have a Google Nest. Okay. It replied to me, yes. So I do not have things like that in the house. Not a fan of the constant surveillance device. No, a lot of people like them, and with good reason. You know, they get good use out of them and whatnot. But I'm just, oh, no thanks. Not for me. All right. Gee, I'll ask this. And now because I liked it so much, I might make some more. Oh my God, that's really fucking good. So I've still got this much of my Sazerac. So I could easily and I love this as it is too. Might even have a little taste of that before the end of the stream. But the clarified version, super yum. Just makes it something else. Like it's a super boozy drink, the Sazerac. And so clarifying it dilutes it a little, which is, actually nice, but it absolutely changes the flavors of it. Yeah, that's like caramel and fruity. It's so fucking yummy. Strictly Sega, with Vegemite vodka, with my Vegemite vodka, I ended up finding use for it in a dirty martini. Like it was only part. Like I do like 2 ounces of gin and half an ounce of the Vegemite vodka, and then half an ounce of dry vermouth, dirty martini. Cage used to sing. Yes. Anyone who heard me sing, and I am prone to, well, I just sing song shit. Yes, I've been told not to quit my day job as well. And yes, Strictly Sega, you use it with anything and be dominated by it. So I use, quite a small amount. And in fact, I don't know if you missed out, I was talking about it on a previous stream, and I put a video up on my cocktail channel. I actually clarified my Vegemite vodka, which tamed it down a lot, but it's still so fucking salty. Then I made a martini, 2 ounces gin, half an ounce clarified Vegemite vodka, half an ounce vermouth, orange bitters, stir on ice, and it's actually quite nice. So if I kind of sort of sing in the shower, I tend to play music, like have my phone. Here's a fun tip, because there's not all showers are in a full bathroom with a sink stuff, but because there's a sink in my bathroom with a shower, I put my phone in the basin, in the hand basin, and because you got tinny little speakers on a phone, but you sit it in that basin and it resonates and you actually get more bass and it sounds better. So I put my phone in the hand basin and turn it up and play music, go in the shower and get in the shower. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so if it's getting better as the ice melts, then that probably means the flavors are a little bit much for you. Wow, we get our porn bot again. I just feel special and seen when a porn bot pops up. I'm important enough to get porn bots. Hey, Nettie, how's it going? Okay, you've done the Vegemite chocolate. It kind of just tasted like salted caramel chocolate to me. Again, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't. I got it. It was almost like a dare to get it. Nettie, you just came in at the same time as a porn bot, though, so coincidence. And I remember there was a gelato place on in Carlton on Lygon Street that did a Vegemite ice cream, and that basically tasted like salted caramel. It wasn't terrible, but Vegemite is weird. It is, for me, it's definitely a small doses thing. Like Mrs. Angry, when she's making gravy, she puts Vegemite in gravy. Which I don't think is in Paul Kelly's recipe. I think he says tomato sauce for tang and sweetness. Sorry, Cage, you made me think of a kid in Sixth Sense. I see porn bots. They're everywhere. Some of them don't even know they're porn bots. It's like YouTube goes through phases where it's like at the moment, they're not good at stopping porn bots. So they've obviously changed the way they configure the porn bots to get around YouTube's blocking. YouTube will eventually work it out, so they will slowly get better at stopping the porn bots from ever posting. And then they'll get close to 100% effective at blocking them. And then it's an arms race. Let's start again. Poe, I have not had Marmite chocolate. You're good. Here's the thing, Strictly Sega. You'd think that, but when you look at how these porn bots that come into chat on live streams work, they can't possibly work. Like there isn't even a link for you to click on. You'd essentially have to search on the stuff they put in their username and comment, because there's no link you can click on. So if there's any value to the porn merchants at all, and I think it's very questionable, all it could be is it's reminding people porn exists. And maybe people will go, hey, porn. I haven't masturbated in a while. I think I'll go and watch some porn. So my argument is that what these porn bots do cannot possibly send traffic to the sites. But it's, brand awareness? I don't know, but I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel quite convinced that anyone who wants to watch porn knows how to find porn. So, and actually, that's a good point, Strictly Sega. It's possibly a good way to train an AI program, identify and defeat porn bots. There's a joke in the Silicon Valley show where the guy get a job and he had to look at thousands of dick pics and he had to pictures and he had to go like, yes, that's a penis. No, it's not. No. And it was to train an AI into what penises looked like, and when things that looked like penises weren't actually penises. So what are you gonna do? You gonna watch some porn? Yeah. So yes, Cade, you are right. Extremists put stuff on YouTube. YouTube has, of late, they didn't for years and years and years and years, but of late, YouTube has gotten more responsive to bringing down extremist videos, particularly extremist videos that call for violence or promote violence. Oh, Jesus. Yes, no. Strictly Sega, I have read the stories about the content moderators on Facebook and YouTube get fucking traumatized. And a disturbing number of them get kind of drawn into the conspiracy stuff because they see it day in, day out, and it starts to seep into their unconscious. Well, you've seen this so many times, there must be something to it. And that's the thing, Dr. Abigail, that is exactly why bots and spam calls, etc., exist. It is a low effort thing, and they spray it out millions of times. And the tiniest hit rate is actually potentially worth a lot of money to them. There's a joke I used to say about the old chat rooms in the very early days of the internet. I'd be in one of my regular chat rooms, and every now and then some fucking weirdo, they weren't a bot, it was just some fucking creep going like, hey, ladies, who wants to fuck tonight? I'm down for it. And they'd get told to piss off, and they'd go away. And I made a joke once like, well, that's only going to work one time in 100. But then I realized these guys were literally just going into hundreds of chat rooms doing this. And yeah, chances are you'll get a hit if you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Oh god, yeah, Kesnako, your brother manages content mods. Fucked him up. Yeah, it's terrible. The things people put on the internet. Yeah, no, Strictly Sega. There's usually some people get desensitized, some people get traumatized, but yeah, some people find themselves becoming really paranoid and into conspiracy. But yeah, I mean, it's even playing with conspiracy theories is dangerous because there's lots of psychological studies that show if you immerse yourself in conspiratorial thinking, even if it's for a joke, for the lols, it starts to penetrate. If you look at heaps and heaps of conspiratorial thinking, even if it's just for a joke, it's like, this is funny, I'm watching this because it's funny. If you do it a lot, there are a number of psychological studies that suggest it actually gets to you. The stuff starts to get into your mind, and your thinking actually does become more conspiratorial and less sort of grounded in reality. Okay. Sorry, I was just gonna do a thing. What are we doing here? Sorry, I'm just doing. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Righty. Okay, I got stuff happening. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, Kirsten, we only like high effort trolls. Cade, what we prefer is just to be friendly and open. Mind you, I suspect Dr. Abigail is trolling me half the time, quite honestly. I don't know, because I don't feel drunk. It's 9:30. Fuck it. I'm going to have another drink. But I think I'll just do a... Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check the date. What are we up to? The 6th, the 11th. What date did I put this one in the barrel? First. Nah, I'll wait. Tuesday night, I will taste the cocktail I've got in the barrel, which is super boozy. Might have a tiny taste of my moonshine, my new make spirit. Oh my god, sorry, that's just the best meta troll right there. Holy fucking shit. Sorry. Oh my god. That AIDzee, genuine laugh out loud, that one. That chef's kiss, thing of beauty. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh my god, that absolutely got me. All right, is that my whiskey, or is that's my whiskey over there? Okay, my moonshine, my new make spirit. God, I feel like a lot of this is evaporated. A lot of angel share already gone. Holy free holies, a 10-litre barrel. What are you going to do with a 10-litre barrel? I mean, I'm sure you'll put it to good use. I really like my 1-litre barrels, I have to admit. Cade, I posted a meme that suits that earlier today. What should we protect more, privacy or freedom of speech? That's a false dichotomy. There is no need to choose either of those over the other because they are mutually exclusive. Let's not XKCD with someone going, but that's a false dichotomy. And the other person says, but we must embrace false dichotomies because the only alternative is cannibalism. What am I up to? Tawny. See, that's what I actually used to season my barrels. Actually, I got it was actually a cheap tawny, but it was still pretty good from Dan's, and that's what I used to season my barrels first time around. Put water in them first to expand the staves, and kept water in them till they weren't leaking. And then I put tawny in for I forget how many weeks to season the barrels. And then I started doing stuff. Oh my God, he's got a 20 litre. Good Lord. Strictly Sega, how does so much evaporate? Kirsten can answer this better, but I think it literally, like it just in warmth, it vaporizes and just sort of the vapor just leaks through the wood. In the trade, that's called the angel share. There's always evaporation from barrels. I mean, I've been tasting it, so that's a part of the reason it's gone down a bit. But when I was shaking it, it was like sloshing a bit, like, I think there might be a bit of evaporation there, which is going to concentrate the flavor. It's still a bit sharpish. It can afford to stay in the barrel for a while longer. That is actually not bad. Moonshine, unaged spirit. Yeah, so Kirsten says that's basically it. Thank you. The Devil's Cut, yes. I think you're right, Megaleech, because you lose some to absorption in the wood. I think that's what they mean when they say Devil's Cut. Cade, that's a question for the ages. Is grease the word or is the bird the word? Okay, deeper and down. That's it. So Kirsten, Devil's Cut, as the staves expand and contract, some of the liquid stays in the wood. I think you get some, these like mainstream brands market as something as a Devil's Cut, and I'm not sure what they mean by that. Don Trumko thought Devil's Cut was a body modification, that penis owner done where they get the penis split at the end so it's forked. I mean, I'm going to say yes, honestly. And I have seen that one. Oh my God, way back. Fucking hell, this book that was like published in the 80s called Modern Primitives. It's pre-internet fucking weirdness. People who are into extreme body modification. And there's one penis owner. This dude had cut it all the way down the middle, bifurcated his penis, and there was a picture of him where there was a ring in each half with a chain going to his nipple. So it's like this bifurcated penis with chain going up to his nipples. And they're basically saying, how did you do it? And like it was not done surgically. He's like, did it a little bit at a time, which is incredible dedication. Apparently just like with a razor of some sort, just sliced a little bit of a dick at a time and let it heal, and then sliced a little bit more. And it's just like, that's too much. That is actually too much. Now, you know the book. Yeah, honestly, it's our generation's book, quite honestly. Younger boomers or older Gen X tended to come into contact with modern primitives. Holy shit, there was some wild stuff in there. Yeah, no, strictly saying, me too. Just thinking about it makes me cross my legs. It's there was some fucking wild shit in that book. And what was fun, there was a guy, oh, what was his name? But like, he was doing absolutely over the top shit from the 50s. And when he was interviewed for this book, he was in his 60s or 70s, and he was still doing it. Oh, yeah, it is Jim Beam. Megali, she looked it up. It's an extraordinary new bourbon experience. Pulls the rich whiskey trapped in the barrel's wood. Okay, there you go. Safa, the book is called Modern Primitives. There's a big graphic book. My older sister. Yes, this dude did corseting back in the 50s and 60s. He had a picture that he called The Perfect Gentleman or something. And so like, he was wearing like a tuxedo type of affair, but under it he was wearing a corset pulled so tight. It was just like, it came in on his fucking spine. Oh god, the guy had a name like Guru, or it wasn't that, but it's a similar word to that. I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna drive me crazy if I can't remember his name. His persona, anyway. Book by V. Vale. Okay, I'm going to look at the Wikipedia entry for the book. Notable interviewees. Fakir, that's his name. Yes. See, I was very close with Guru. Called himself Fakir. I'm pretty sure that's who I'm talking about. Oh, Anton LaVey's in there. Neat. Trying to remember all these people. I think it's Fakir I was thinking of. Liam, it all fucking hurts, man. Yeah, no, these people were into Brexit. And what wait a sec, when did it say Fakir was born? Yeah, 1930. Okay, he was born in 1930. Yeah, and he was doing fucking out there shit in the 50s, and he just kept going. Liam, what do I think about Disney owning Star Wars? Look, honestly, I'm fine with it. I think there's been a lot of interesting stuff done. Some of the series are better than others. Of the new movies, I go Force Awakens is very good, much better than I thought it would be. Last Jedi is basically the best of the oh God, what do they call them? Not epic, but anyway. Yeah, the series though, not anthology, not epic. Saga. It's the best of the saga. That's my hot take. Last Jedi is the best of the saga movies, and Rise of Skywalker is fucking terrible and makes the prequels look good. Like, the ending of it is absolutely inexplicable. When Rey actually goes Sith, she, like, the central thing, what was the central thing Luke did? Would not strike down the Emperor in anger, because that would make him move over to the dark side. What does Rey do? She kills the Emperor in anger. Full Sith. Okay, that was interesting. Me doing a block thing on that bot kicked an error up. That's really weird. But anyway, it's gone anyway. But I think the best overall Star Wars movie is Rogue One. Rogue One is fucking incredible. And I'm very much enjoying Andor on Disney Plus at the moment, actually. I think Andor is really good. I was going to have my rumting. I'm going to clarify one. Yes. Oh, you got the bot. Thank you, Dr. Abigail. That would explain it. Because I was still seeing it, but when I tried to block it, it was already blocked. So, yes. It's probably my hottest take, Star Wars-wise, is Last Jedi is the best of the saga movies. And Strick say yes. Andy Serkis, pretty goddamn good. Safra, I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick. I am not going to see it until it's free to watch on the streaming service. There's too much stuff to watch to pay for it. And I'm still not keen. Yes! No more than 12. Safra, actually, honestly, I thought Kong versus Godzilla was pretty fucking good, actually. I quite enjoyed Kong versus Godzilla. That movie was a bit of fun, quite honestly. Yes, it's kind of like the first half of Andor. There was a lot of world building and build up, which I quite enjoyed. Some people complained and went, "Oh, not enough's happening," which I don't agree with. I really enjoyed the first couple episodes. I found the world building quite enthralling, actually. And then you had the big action thing where they did the raid. And then it's sort of gone back into world building again. It's showing Mon Mothma in the Senate. And it's like the birth of the rebellion and Andor's travails. And it's like, oh yeah, this shit's all building up again. It's all we're going to have another big the finale of the season is going to be another big action thing, and we are straight up definitely getting more seasons of Andor, I think, because they've put a lot of work into making this an interesting and compelling show, and I think it's working. People are liking it. I like it. I think we're definitely getting more seasons of Andor. But it's kind of fun because one of the things I really liked about Rogue One, okay, and spoiler alert for a 5-year-old movie, one of the things I liked about Rogue One is you go in and there's all these characters and you go, oh yeah, but we don't know any of these characters. So we don't know what's going to happen to them. They're going to die is what's going to happen to them. So yeah, I'm having fun watching these characters in Andor. So it's like, okay, I know you're in something else down the line, so you're not going to die in this. And then it's like, well, I don't fucking know who you are. And so maybe you're going to die, maybe you're not. Well, okay. See, Liam, this is the thing I think is one of the best things that Ryan Johnson was doing in The Last Jedi is he was dumping all that fucking bloodline shit in that anyone could end up being force sensitive and whatnot. And then they ditched that in Rise of Skywalker and made Rey Palpatine's granddaughter, which is just bringing the Emperor back was fucking stupid. But the whole thing was fucking stupid. Ditching all the stuff Ryan Johnson set up was fucking stupid. How she learned? She was a force sensitive. That's how she learned. Do I like cinema popcorn? All right, I'm not sure what you're saying here. No, cinema popcorn is much better than supermarket popcorn. Sophie, JJ hates Johnson. Well, JJ Abrams utterly fucked the whole thing with his movie. Liam, I hadn't heard James Earl Jones retired from voicing Vader, but I mean, James Earl Jones is not going to be with us much longer. Okay, now I'm just going to look up how old he is because he's going to be fucking old. James Earl Jones. 31. Okay, so he's fucking 90, 91. Yeah, I don't like to say it, but he ain't going to be with us for long. Bit of a legend. I'll be a bit sad. He's probably going to die. Yeah, well, so far, I don't know that there's any Star Wars movies in production or pre-production. They keep talking about giving Taika Waititi a Star Wars movie, which would be fun. Hello, Mega Leach's wife. And yes, Kirsten, I did see Aaron Carter died. He's only 34. That's oof. That's tough. And again, that's someone who, again, as much as I go like, oh, boo-hoo celebrities, he does seem to have had a lot of quite rough times in his life. Not good. But yes, Disney seemed to be concentrating on the TV stuff, and I mean, why not? They've had reasonable success. I thought the Obi-Wan series was okay. I think it's weird that they're talking about doing another one because I don't think it makes any sense in the Star Wars canon. Oh, Dr. Abigail, Aaron Carter was he was like a pop star and whatnot, and is treated extremely badly by management. And yeah, it's unfortunate that it all got too much for him. Yes, people, as much as they, on one level live pampered lives, and this goes for sports people as well, I rag on celebrities all the fucking time, but they actually do give up a lot, and I mean a lot, for our entertainment. So yeah, it is not good, both the physical and emotional trauma that a really significant number of celebrities, be they music, acting, sports celebrities. Oh, sorry. Megaly, she got it back to front. It's not you wish, it's I wish. Sorry, that's funny. Okay, that is absolutely funny. What are you going to do? Oh. Eat my cherry. I'm not going to drink any more booze because it's almost bedtime. My tongue feels funny. Like I bit it. I was like, I don't think I bit it. Okay, I am half expecting to wake up feeling sick. We'll see. Sometimes it's just I'm old and my body sends me weird mixed messages because it's breaking down. Sad but true. So, yes, what I'm feeling might be the early stages of being sick. But no. Lee, you haven't watched the Obi-Wan series? Yeah, I thought it was okay. The concept of them doing another one is quite weird to me, but I'll reserve judgment till they do it. It's like, and I enjoy The Mandalorian, not just because of Baby Yoda, but that's a big part of it. The Book of Boba Fett was weird because I was watching it and going, why isn't he like being a badass? Why isn't he just fucking people up? It's that I just thought they made some very weird choices in that show. Dr. Bear, going to tour Australia, possibly overseas, visit all the people who are crushing on me. Yeah. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. Oh, funny. Yes, Liam. Ewan McGregor is that. Hayden Christensen does play Darth Vader, and Joel Edgerton and Bonnie. Yeah, the people from the prequels are in it. Liam, that's a big question. What are my thoughts on Val Kilmer? What was Val Kilmer's high point for me was the movie Tombstone, where he plays the tuberculosis-ridden Doc Holliday, looking sick the whole movie. Saying, "I'll be your Huckleberry." That's Val Kilmer's high point for me, and that's a long time ago. This is one of those things where I'm going to find out how old I am. I think 20 years ago, but let's see. Tombstone 93. It's 30 years old. Oh. Okay. I was going with 20 and 30 years. Yeah, actually, Strictly Sega, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, very funny movie. Really enjoyed it. Very weird. Oh yes, Strictly Sega. He did that weird lion movie, something darkness, Heart of Dark. I don't know. I never actually watched that, but I know what you're talking about. The weird lion movie. But yes, for me, the absolute high point of Val Kilmer's career, which I just confirmed was 30 goddamn years ago. Ghost in the Darkness. See, I knew darkness was there somewhere. Yes, for me, the high point of Val Kilmer's career was 30 years ago, and it was Tombstone, with him playing the tuberculosis-ridden Doc Holliday. Yes, Liam, they've already started advertising season 3 of Mandalorian. That won't go to air until next year. Just drinking a little bit more water before bedtime. Safa, I'm not going to cinema. No, I don't like popcorn. The opening line was, "I had a farm in Africa." Neat. Dr. Abigail, I hate those stories about it's not method acting, it's being a fucking loser when they won't stop acting like it. Like there was a doco about Jim Carrey playing Andy Kaufman in Man on the Moon, which was like, the doco didn't come out till 20 years after the movie. And one of the things people saying like, oh, if we release this, everyone in the world's going to hate you. And yes, and rightly so, because he is a complete fucking prick. As these people go, oh, the method, I have to be the character. It's like, fuck you, you piece of shit. It's called acting. And when you hear those stories about someone being the thing all the time, and method acting, the standout ones that I know of, Jim Carrey and Man on the Moon, and Fuckboy when he was being Joker, Jared Leto when he was being Joker, and the whole cast ended up hating him. It's not acting. It's not fucking. There's a different thing where someone wants to be immersed in the character. Like Daniel Day-Lewis, reputedly, like on the set of My Left Foot, he wouldn't. He's playing Christy Brown, who was quite severe physical disabilities, and the story goes he wouldn't leave the wheelchair when he was on set. Because he just wanted to physically inhabit the whole thing. That's fine. And I've heard multiple stories of actors, and they're basically, while we're on set, particularly if I'm playing a character who's very much not me, it's the whole thing, don't talk to me between takes because this takes a lot of concentration and effort. That's not the same thing as the people like, I've got to be the character, or sometimes it's fine line. I like that because your mother makes you giggle because she always says, I had a farm in Africa. Does she know she's quoting the movie, or is it just you know she's quoting the movie? Liam, I don't know what Val Kilmer's going through, but I've already mentioned that I acknowledge celebrities often suffer quite a bit to, deliver for us. Yeah, okay. She can say Peter Sellers absolutely had, and this is always dangerous to say. I'm going to fucking do it anyway. I think when you read the stories and you see the things Peter Sellers had some quite profound mental health challenges. And to the best of my knowledge, they were undiagnosed. But you read the stories about him, and it's like, yeah, no, he did not quite have I think he basically vacillated between not quite having a grip on things and very much not having a grip on things. So I think Peter Sellers had essentially a lifelong struggle with a spectrum of mental health challenges. And I don't know a lot about him, but the bits I have read suggest he never really got help, treatment, or even diagnosis. So, yeah. Sorry, Liam, what show do you want lightsabers in? Obi-Wan? There are money shots. There are fan service payoffs in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that involve lightsabers. Dr. Abigail, family lived in Scotland, like ruined castle and shit. Nice. Yeah, I remember you being a fake lady. You bought one of those things, but you might be a real lady too. You're a real lady to me, Dr. Abigail. A lady of the Highlands. Is that where you... I always go the Highlands. I know Scotland's not all Highlands. But that's the thing I always remember. There's nothing like a dame, nothing in the world. Safa, did Anakin flashback look off in Kenobi's show? Okay, I'm not sure what that sentence means, dude. So, well, Megaleech, I'm not going to say of the night, you know. Others may think it. I'm not going to say it. But yeah, so we've got a nice sunny week ahead of us. I think it's in Melbourne. It's maybe going to start raining again at the end of the week. Say la vie. That's the way it goes. I'm okay. So I am probably going to do a stream on Tuesday night, in which I'll probably shoot a couple more of the videos the way I've been doing it on the streams, because that helps me do this thing where wanting to put a video on my cocktail channel every day in November, just to see what that does, really. So yeah. Oh, so Dr. Abigail, you have an official tartan and everything. The whole thing with tartan, well, yeah, the whole clan tartan thing was a thing that was invented by Scottish nationalists in the 1800s, I think. A lot of people think it goes back way longer, but it doesn't. It was invented. I have been told, because my dad's bloodline is Scottish, my surname is Scottish, and I believe it comes from the Orkneys, the islands off the north coast of Scotland. But I have been told, in terms of clan, I actually come under Clan Mackenzie. Did I really put Gilbert and Sullivan in your head? I'm sorry. That's thing. Oh yeah. So sorry, Nettie. I think the and again, I'm not an expert in it. I think tartans happened, but the whole idea of the clan tartans, I think, was invented quite late. Because we're on the internet, I am actually going to do a quick search. When were clan tartans invented? What's the answer? It's generally regarded clan tartans date no earlier than the beginning of the 19th century and are an example of an invented tradition. But yes, tartan absolutely existed, but clan tartans were invented in the 19th century. Oh, Strictly Sega. Enjoy Firefly. I do think it's quite good. So it's a bit of a romantic idea. The guy who wrote all the Scottish books Queen Victoria liked. The whole thing about things being invented. It's Dr. Abigail. Our concept of hydrogen was invented. But yeah, it's always the best defense when you use a word, a colloquialism, a slang term, something from the modern vernacular, and someone who wants to be an obsessive Puritan says that's a made-up word. And it's just like, all words are made up. Okay, at a certain point, a sufficient number of people agree this combination of sounds coming out of my mouth mean this particular thing. But yes, sorry, Dr. Abigail, because I was going to throw out, because we both watch Sabine Hoffenstatter. I always forget her surname. But she's so down on the hype on quantum stuff. She put out another video today that's like, yep, the quantum bubble's about to burst. All this bullshit people have been hyping. Everyone's going to finally wake up. It's bullshit hype. It's fun. She's a bit of a contrarian in the science world. She hates when people are touting wacky ideas. She's like, that's not science, that's religion. It's really good. Did I actually manage to pronounce it properly? That's a minor fucking miracle, really. Oh yeah, no, Nettie, that's the thing. The clan tartans are real. People declared it, but it was invented 200 years ago, and the story was basically propagated. These clans had the tartans for much longer. That's the invented tradition. It was invented and then claimed to be a tradition when it wasn't. It's a tradition now because it's been in place 200 years. But it was invented and they pretended it was a tradition at the point they invented it. And it wasn't. It was an invention at that point. My God, I'm talking around in circles. That must mean it's bedtime. That must mean it's bedtime. Yes, I'm going to go to bed. I have to go into the office in the morning. Boo, sucks. Dr. Abigail, yes, AIDzee will be joining us at any moment. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to bed. So I'll see you all another time, probably Tuesday night. We'll see how it goes. Something might come up, but I don't know. At this point in my head, I'm going to be doing a stream on Tuesday night. But you all take care. Look after yourself one way or the other. Hope you have a fun time.